With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. One team's legacy will be changed forever. Away we go at the Super Bowl. Starting from the 5. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence. We've set it downs from 37. First and 10. Here's Jackson. His first throw is an interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. It's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception. Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Cut. Wide 80. What is that? Cut.
Burrow from the gun. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
11. Let's get set. Stop.
Running behind center with Kamara. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Stop. Wide 80. What is that? Stop.
Play action now. Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki.
sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Kank. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow to the air now. They can touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On one, ready?
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Gun, gun. Dot.
Here's a give inside to Camaro. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, these guys have really started this game well, Brock. The defense looked good. Offense did their part until it ran into a little hiccup there on the 2-point conversion.
Can you help me understand something, Kate?
I'll try.
Because I hear all these baseball guys all the time talk about, well, the result wasn't there, but the process was right. Well, the result wasn't there, but the process was right. And that's what I hear with these same decisions, too. Well, we didn't get the result, but the process was right. How do you know the process was right? Just kick the extra point.
They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. And first carry here for Ashton Genty. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Lamar now from the gun. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
First down, here's Lamar. Let's go, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
5 still to go here. This is second down. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
All right, Brock, the Bills making their first red zone trip of this game. They've got first and 10 right along the 20. Working inside the red zone. On the slant, complete to Judy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Quick, ready?
Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Alpha, Alpha, set
pistol here with Jensen.
And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Here's Jensen.
And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on second and goal.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
This one set up for Lamar.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Quite the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is third and goal.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Jackson has it, third and goal. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills tie it up late in the first. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Brown with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've set it downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. 180.
On first down, here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
15 yards on
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On one, ready?
3 more quarters to go. We're back for the second frame here of Super Bowl 61.
Here we go.
They're looking at first down here.
Hey, can.
Now a run with Kamara. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
11, MP. Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Green Bay first down.
That's another.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Burrow now on first down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Intended for
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10.
Start. 180. 180. Start.
Kamara running out of the gun. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle in your mind, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards of them into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Start.
Kamara takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push their lead to 6.
13. Bills 7.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Brown with a return here. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
On the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Zone read, they'll give it to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Lamar out of the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down here. Need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throw for Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Omar, ready?
Your Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Straight ahead with Genty. And this is going to bring up 3rd down, Brock. He elected to bounce it outside. Picked up 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Bills tie it in the final minute of the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead.
Makes the score Bills 14, Packers 13.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. 180. Legs hot. Stop.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
They run it from the gun with Camara. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was taken down.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Ready?
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Let's get set. 180. Legs hot. Stop.
To the air on 3rd and long. Brought in downfield by Gesicki. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. The Packers take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Camara now on 1st and 10. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
It's a loss of one.
11
Brings up
MT.
second
Hey.
and goal
11 MT.
at the 8-yard line.
Throwing is Burrow. Makes the catch. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's third and goal.
Shot. What is shot?
Kamara. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers take the lead just before halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful.
Here we go. Shot.
Trying quarterback run here. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Brown with a return here.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. This will end up as a touchback.
On one, ready?
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Here's Burrow. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Give on second to Kamara. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
On one, ready?
First down from the 42.
Let's get set. 11 MT. 11 MT. Hey, kid. Shot.
Again, right side, here's Bigsby. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive get this running game going.
Here we go. Right, 80.
Burrow from the gun. Short pass brought in. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Strait.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
On one, ready?
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Hot. Right, 80. Right, hot. Hot.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And they make the stop, I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make this an 8-point game. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Palmer coming in motion left. First play is going to be a give to Jency. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates some indecision now defensively.
Lamar back to throw. It's a screen play to Jency. Spins right by him. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Past the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills start the second half with some needed points.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage big time.
Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? You know who Steven is?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive. We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Gun.
On first down, here's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
12.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or
On
two.
one, ready?
Last play sent him back across midfield here, second and long.
Here we go, here we go. Cut. Right 80. Right shot. Cut.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down.
11 MT Tate. Can. Start. Start.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
11. Start.
Burrow on first down. He's got a man left. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
On 2, ready?
All set now. First and 10.
Here we go. Start. Right 80. Right shot. Start.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
12. Start.
Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
11. 12. Start.
They'll run with Kamara. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's second and goal. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Gun. Start. Right 80. Start.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Right 80. Start.
Try with Kamara. And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. second effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
On one, ready?
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop! Stop!
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Here we go. 180. 11. Stop!
Burrow setting to throw. That one's complete right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a gain of 4.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 180. Stop!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. 180. He's hot. Hot. 11. Stop!
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've set it downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Stop! 180. What is up? Stop!
Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
On one, ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Gun. Stop! 180. What is up? Stop!
Throwing is Burrow. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense
2.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. Can. Shot. Shot.
There's a give inside to Camaro. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. They'll need more of those as they trail by a score.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On one, ready?
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Set. Right 80. Shot.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down.
Here we go. 12. Shot. Right 80. Right hot. Shot.
Looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. The design run, Jackson keeping it. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. First down. Here's Lamar. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Packers will have it shy of their own 30 after that tackle. Continued excellence from this defense as they force another interception, Brock. And now a little chance at some redemption for their offense. Had to settle for a field goal after that last pick. Now they get a chance at a touchdown once again.
Yeah, and we know this, Kate. We know the turnover margin in these games is so often a dictator, but when you add points off those turnovers and takeaways, well, you often end on the winning ledger more times than not.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook 1st down possession. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
1-1, ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Running behind center with Kamara. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
11. Let's get set. Stop. Right, 80. Right, shot. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. That's caught. It's held downfield. He has the Packer first down. But that should be enough to win this game. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 now from the 46.
11. Here we go.
Here's a give to Kamara. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Peyton Wilson on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 43-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy is returning to the city of its namesake. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And I think it's still sinking in at different points for each player, Brock. Look at these shots. These guys have reached the crowning achievement for anyone who steps foot onto the gridiron as kids. Champions now, every one of them.
And it is something, Kate, they can never